Welcome back to Take a Bow. We're talking to Justin Kantor, musical marvel. Justin, when we left for that break, you were about to meet and speak to Chaka Khan at a small club called the Broadway in Norfolk. Tell us about that.
Well, it came as a surprise because I wasn't counting on anything like that, and so I got to meet Chaka Khan and got her autograph, and she was really nice, and actually, and I also got to meet...
Was she really nice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got to meet her daughter. Her name is Melanie, and she was in a group last year called Pretty in Pink, which I really enjoyed their music, and she's not with them anymore. She's taking on a solo career, and it was just interesting seeing celebrities in person because they looked a lot different. And
it was an intimate club, and you were right there on the scene, and you got to talk to them about music?
Because I didn't even know it was her daughter at first when I saw her, because it's just really interesting. And I happened to, when in the middle of the concert, I was there with my dad, and I had to get up to use the restroom. So when we were going back there, the manager, he pointed out, he said that El DeBarge was there, and so I also got to meet him, and my dad ran out to the car to get the record that I brought along so he could sign it. So I didn't even know he was going to be there because that wasn't the plans for him to be.
El DeBarge.
Yeah.
And he
used to be in the DeBarge, the group, the DeBarge family.
Somebody said he gave you some advice.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's true. It's just, he just told me about, you know, how it's like the music business is just a roll of the dice, really, because you can't count on anything. Really, it's, I mean, you just work hard for what you want, but at the same time, you have to be realistic because you never know when things will go up or down.
Of course, you were bright enough to realize that before El DeBarge told you, but I guess you've taken that advice to heart.
Yeah.
Well, you've made a lot of practical things work within your multifaceted understanding of art, particularly music, and I would be remiss in my duties if I did not give you the opportunity to show some of your wares and show some of our viewers and what's happening in the music scene today. The floor is yours, Justin.
Okay. Well, some artists I think that to look for in the future, they're really good, is this is Nona Gay, and she's the daughter of Marvin Gaye. And
now, what's her first name?
Nona.
Nona Gay.
Yeah.
I feel about 100 years old, but
okay. And her debut album is coming out in the next couple of weeks, and it's called Love for the Future, and this is the first single called I'm Overjoyed.
All right. And that's a single that you're holding?
Yes.
And we're awaiting her album?
Yeah.
Nona Gay.
The single's out now, and it's doing
all right, daughter of Marvin.
Yeah. And
this is in the realm of you heard it here first.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, let's see, this is a girl that I met several years ago. Her name's Tyler Collins, and she had a hit in 1990 called Girls Night Out, and it's her new album on the RCA Records label, and it's kind of been slow getting successful because it was a long gap in between albums, but I think she's one to look for because she's a really talented performer as well as a personality.
And this is a good album.
Yes, and it's called Tyler, and it has an authentic feel to it more than a lot of the music around today.
The way you just said it, and I met her a few years ago, are you really 14? I mean, did I miss something in the resume? No, I'm joking. I love it.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Yeah, and I met her down at 103 Jams, the radio station, in 1990. So.
All right.
That's another one. And also, one of my favorite group probably right now, they've been around for about 6 years on this now, and they've had several personnel changes as far as the members. And this girl right here, her name is Caroline Jackson. She's the original member.
Caroline Jackson?
Mm-hmm. And they did a rendition recently of the Rose Royce classic, Wishing on a Star from the 70s. And it wasn't a big hit then, but it was a top 10 hit, their remake of it. And this is one of my favorites, and their current single from the album, which I really love, is another ballad. There's two ballads on the album, Wishing on a Star and this new one called Thank You, which is really good. And also, I brought along some of the stuff that's been released on the independent labels in dance music. And this one is really successful on the club scene right now. Her name is, it's pronounced Tracy Davis, spelled with an E, and it's called We Can Make It, and it's good house music. House music is a form of dance music.
Okay.
So,
all right. I noticed some I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I noticed some antiques in there
Yeah.
that I recognize.
Hmm.
Is that a good sign? Was that an accident?
Well, yeah, this is, I was really got into collecting some of the 60s music for a while, and this is one that I tried down. It's by the Supremes, and it's called A Bit of Liverpool. And they do renditions of songs like by the Beatles and all the British, like in the British invasion.
You have such a commendable understanding of the history of music. You really do trace the origins of today's hot stuff back to the 60s with the Supremes, and we were talking earlier about the Phil Spector era and the Ronettes and so forth. But please continue. I didn't mean to.
Well, Donna Summer was one of my early childhood favorites, and this is actually from Holland, I believe. It's a greatest hits set, and most of the songs were available here in the U.S. However, there's two cuts on here that weren't released here, and so I really enjoyed finding this. And let's see.
When you say finding this, where did you find this? One of these obscure?
Well, I found this at House of Memories. It's a record store used in old records in Hampton.
In Hampton?
Mm-hmm. And this, I got into Diana Ross for a while too, as a solo performer, and like these are some of her older albums. And this was the Supremes. It was their last album together. It's called Farewell, and it was just their last concert that they did right at the end of '69.
Is Diana Ross considered something of a godmother of the movement that you're so familiar with today, that we are so familiar with today? Was she very influential with some of these folks, like the more contemporary artists?
Yeah, I guess she has been an influential factor, probably, in some of today's popular music.
Let me ask you this, and I apologize to everybody for having to cut short your presentation because we could all learn something and enjoy it. What does the future hold for Justin Kantor? What are your aspirations between now and the next couple of years?
Well, my ultimate goal is to be a singer, professional singer, and because I take vocal lessons and piano, because I think piano is real important, and my parents helped me realize that, because it's good, the more you know about the music business, the more it's going to help out in the long run. Because singing I really enjoy it, I love it, and I also like writing, so, while when I get into trying to, become successful in the music industry, I think writing will be a good thing on the side because, like, for instance, if I wrote for some magazine like Billboard or something, you get to know people, and connections is an important thing about the music business. So I'll have something on the side because I enjoy writing.
You're an excellent writer. You really are a terrific journalist, and as well you write poetry. Do you do lyrics? Do you write music?
Sometimes, now and then at home, I'll just, try to put together a song. And hopefully I'll be able to do that with the actual music notes soon. So, because I'm getting more into piano now, some more advanced stuff.
Okay. Well, we want to re-invite members of our viewing audience who have been taken with your work and the Hip Key. Those who are interested in contacting you, I blew the address the first time. I'm sorry. That is the Hip Key, care of Brody Kantor, and that is 3501 East Princess Anne Road, Norfolk, Virginia, 23502. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
And thank you. And Justin, honestly, you are a wonderful example of many good things. I don't want to put you in any sort of position where you're going to have to defer elective office, but you represent much about the hope and the good news of your generation. We really appreciate your coming to take a bow.
Thank you.
I know all of us enjoyed having you and learned something, and I know the folks out there can say the same thing. Thanks for coming to take a bow.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, good luck. Thank you out there for watching Take a Bow. Join us again next time. I'm Rick Salzberg. Bye-bye.